What's up guys? My name is Ashley Bostwick and I am an Etsy shop owner and an Etsy business educator. So I reached out to you guys to see if you had any burning questions to help you grow your Etsy shop. So let's go through them. The first one is I need to improve my SEO. What can I do? So the first thing I would say is really look at your shop as a whole. Don't just focus on the listings, like the individual listings. Like that's fine if you want to do that down the road and kind of get those all situated, really dig deep into those. But I really want you to go and look at your shop, go on your shop page and make sure everything is looking cohesive. You want it to look like a shop, like you're walking into a store, any other store, like a physical store, and you want it to look like the same brand, the same colors, the same sort of photography. You want to have a lot of listings as well. You don't want to have 20 listings. That's not enough to get you seen. So what you want to do is basically have as many listings as possible, because all those listings, say you have 100 listings, they're not all going to be bestsellers, but you have more of a chance for you to be seen in the search if you have more listings. That means you have more availability for more keywords, more chances to be found, more chances to be searched, things like that. So you want to have as many as you can because you basically want to see what is going to get popular, and then you can kind of go from there. And also you want to make sure that your titles are not just a one-word phrase or something very broad. So for example, if you sell something like self-care journals or something like that, you'd want it to say, self-care gift, or something that someone would actually type in to the search if they were trying to buy a journal from you. So you wouldn't want to type in things like PTSD or mental health, because that is a very broad term that people are typically not going to be just typing PTSD into the Etsy search to find a journal. You want to be more specific, and you really want to target titles and keywords that are longer, that fit in that character limit of 20 characters for the keywords. And then in the titles, you want it to sound organic, and you want it to basically match what someone would really type in to find your product. And next, you want to make sure that you are updating your shop on the regular. So you want to be adding new listings. You want to if you have some listings that you maybe want to update, go ahead and do that. Maybe change around some tags and titles, things like that. But I really want you to focus on creating new products and finding those best sellers. That is the key. That was the key to my success of just churning out products and new collections, and then seeing what was going to stick, and then recreating those products into similar kind of items and just going from there, and not, harping on products that aren't really selling, or that, maybe sell a couple times a year or something like that. You really just want to say bye to those, and then take the ones that are really giving you sales and some profits and things like that, and mirror that with your next collections and your next products. Okay, so our next question is, how can I deal with sales fluctuations? Is it the Etsy algorithm? Well, it is super easy to say, is it the Etsy algorithm? Because you just never know, right? We all don't know what the Etsy algorithm is. They're not gonna tell us. It's not stated out there. They do give us some information about what they're looking for. Basically, they're looking for shops with really great reviews, really good conversion rates, people that are coming onto your page or your shop and they're actually buying. So they don't want to promote or push shops to the front pages that people go and maybe they have traffic, but they're not selling. They want to make money. They're a business, right? So they want to have shops in the first few pages of the search that have good conversion rates, have great reviews, have great photos, have great descriptions. All of that really, matters in the whole Etsy universe. So fluctuations in sales, this is something that happens with every single business. I'm dealing with it now too. It's notorious during the summer that Etsy sales for, Etsy shops are going to be slower. It is what it is. It depends on your market, obviously, but overall, a lot of Etsy shops are dealing with kind of a downtick right now, but it's a great opportunity to get yourself ready for the holidays. And so this is what I do during June and July and before August when it really picks back up, is get ready for the holidays, figure out what your sellers are gonna be, get stock ready, develop new products, get your sales strategy in place, things like that during the downtime. That is what I recommend for if you're having, you're just worried about, oh, the sales aren't good right now. It is for everybody and you're not alone. So one thing I would say during this fluctuation of sales is I would say take this time to master a skill that you have. So not something that you're not good at and then become good at. I am saying something that you're pretty good at, you're, not like a master at, but you feel like you could get there, that actually like will give value to your shop. So if you are interested in photography and you actually kind of enjoy taking the photos for your products, I would say take a photography class or save up to buy a camera that's going to give you like beautiful images for your shop. That's super important for conversions and making your brand look just amazing on Etsy and standing out. Okay, so time for the next question. Why don't I have any sales? I feel like I'm doing everything. So this is a lot of Etsy owners' issues. They feel like they're doing all the, reworking of their keywords. They're doing Pinterest, they're doing email marketing, they're doing social media, they're doing Reels, TikTok, Facebook posts, Twitter, like everything. And that's a lot, right? That's a lot of things to be doing. So I want you to focus on what is working for you. So even if you feel like nothing's working for you, there has to be something that you're good at, or that is, maybe you've made a few sales. Look into your analytics and see where you got those sales. Maybe it was from Pinterest. So maybe you should focus your efforts on Pinterest. Maybe it was from, a TikTok that you did. Maybe you should focus on that. I would say focus on certain social channels. So if you feel like you don't have any sales or you're not getting many sales, I get this question a lot. This is kind of like a question that people are asking me, like, why don't I have any sales? Well, I'm asking you a question now. I'm gonna bring it back to you and say, go on your shop and do you feel like you would buy from yourself? Compared to the other shops on Etsy that what they're selling, similar items, would you buy from you? If the answer wasn't like an astounding yes, like an immediate yes, there's some things that you can work on. So I have done this where I've looked on Etsy shop owners' shops, they're saying I'm not getting any sales, and I've looked on their shops and I see one of the main things is their photos. The photos need to be looking professional, bright and well lit, in focus, centered, well branded for your shop. That is super important for somebody going into Etsy and looking on your page. And if they see, a photo that's like shadowy and like just dark and dingy and it looks like you just snapped a photo with your iPhone, they're probably gonna go to the next because Etsy's super competitive. So you really want to do your best at taking photos. Maybe schedule a photo shoot with an amateur photographer, maybe someone that's looking to up their portfolio, and just reach out to friends that maybe have a little bit more photography skills. Ask a friend to model for you, ask for advice, things like that, because photography is one of the biggest parts about Etsy and actually getting sales. Another thing is having more than just 10 or 20 products. You want to have at least 50, 70, 100 or more. The more the better. And quality products, not just, throwing it up there, but you want to work towards those goals of having more and more and more, because that gives you more, more products to be out there, more keywords, more titles, more opportunities to be seen. So I would say work on your photos if you're not getting sales, work on the amount of products that you sell, and actually ask people, like, would you buy this product? Maybe there's some things that you can rework to make the product a little bit better, or maybe the product's great, but maybe it's the photography, maybe it's your branding, maybe you don't look cohesive when you go on the shop. So I would think about all those things before, you quit or anything like that. Okay, so here's the final question. I'm getting sales, but I just don't know how to bring my shop to the next level. What do I do? This is exactly how I felt back in 2017. I had started my business in 2014 and I was making sales. I was able to quit my job. But like with all the money that you have to spend as a small business owner and all the time that you have to put up in the beginning, it's not that much profit, right? So in 2017, I had my first child and I realized like I need to step up my game. I'm not gonna have time to be taking care of this baby and also running my business and like have my actual dreams come true of like having this super profitable business. So I came up with a strategy of like, let me just see if this will work. Getting my branding on point. That is something that a lot of Etsy shop owners do not do. I was getting all my bestsellers to be recreated basically. So I was taking my bestsellers and recreating them into other products that were very similar. So that I feel like was really helpful to my sales. And then also the number one thing I would say that helped me grow my business to like exponential heights is actually my mindset. So in the beginning, I was like, oh, I just wanna, have this business and make enough money where I can just quit my job. And that's what it was. And that's what it was. Literally, I made enough money to quit my job. But I didn't have that mindset of like, I want to have an empire. I didn't have that in the beginning because I didn't have that confidence. But now that after 2017, I did, and I started to say like, I can actually make an empire. I want to have employees. I want to have my own office. I want to do this. I want to do that. And I actually was able to do it because I actually thought I could. And I put my mind to it. And it sounds cheesy, but it's actually really true. So if I leave you with anything today, I would say get your mindset right, because I want you to feel like you can do it if you put in the work and you put in the right work. I don't want you going around on TikTok and Pinterest and email marketing and Facebook and all this stuff. I want you to really focus on what works. And what works is something that I've created that I will be announcing very soon. It is a comprehensive course for Etsy shop owners. So it's for the owners that have been, doing this maybe a year or two or even 6 months, and they feel like they're just stuck and they're at a plateau and they want to grow their shop to new heights, just like I did. So I have a 6-module course where I literally go into every single detail of how I grew my business and how I know I can help you. So it comes with worksheets, it comes with, videos and tutorials and all that good stuff. And I'll be talking about this in the next month or so before I announce the actual release. But I just wanted to give you guys that information. So if you are looking for something like that, stay tuned. I hope you enjoyed this Q&A session. I love doing stuff like this because I love being able to help people as much as I can. So if you know any Etsy shop owners, or if you have a community where you can share this to, I would appreciate it so much. All right, see you soon.